Welcome back in, folks. My name is Joseph Igo, and today we are previewing this weekend's NASCAR Cup Series race in Las Vegas. History is on the line this weekend with Christopher Bell going for his fourth consecutive Cup Series victory. Has not happened since 2007 when Jimmy Johnson did it, and he went on to win the championship that year. That was right in the middle of Jimmy Johnson's 5 consecutive titles. That's kind of the name of the game with these 4-time winners throughout history. I believe it's 5 of the 8 times it has been a champion. The person who won the 4 consecutive races that year went on to win the championship. Those being not all of these won the championship, but the 8 drivers who have done this before: Cale Yarborough, Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, Harry Gant, Bill Elliott, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson. So we're talking about, if Christopher Bell can do this, he is putting himself in wildly historic company, and this would be a massive, massive deal if he was to pull this off. And we'll get into my race picks later, and if you'd watched my previous videos, you'd know how I feel about this. But so Christopher Bell going for 4 straight, that is going to be massive if he is able to do that. And I think he's got a really good shot to do it, considering how he's ran at Vegas the past couple times. If you remember back this past fall, he should have probably won that race. Got on the wrong end of the strategy there with Joey Logano winning that race on a fuel save, and also got a pretty good break there for Joey Logano when Ryan Blaney, who was his teammate 3 laps down, was able to play blocker and prevent Christopher Bell from gaining on Logano. So things really did work out well there for Logano, and everything that needed to go wrong for Bell to lose happened. So, and then if we go back even further, let's look at the spring. In the spring, it was Kyle Larson versus Tyler Reddick at the end there for the win, and pretty much all day in that race. But Christopher Bell wrecked out of that pretty early. But then let's step back even further in the fall of 2023 when it was Larson versus Bell. That was the battle all day in the fall of 2023. And kind of similar to that race in the fall of last year, he came up very short. He was less than a car length away from taking the lead on that final lap there, chasing down Kyle Larson at the end of that race. So Bell has proven time and time again he knows how to get it done at Las Vegas. He's proved time and time again that, at these intermediates he can be really good. I think he'll be pretty good next week at Homestead as well. We'll see how he does this week. But as far as the possibility of this history being made, I feel pretty strongly that it could definitely happen. Like I kind of mentioned a few seconds ago, this is the first of our intermediates on the 2025 schedule, not counting Atlanta. Obviously, it's a 1.5 miles, but we all know how that race is. First more traditional 1.5 miles intermediate track of the season. Obviously, this is where the Cup cars really exceed in terms of the entertainment value, and it should be a pretty fun race to watch. How these races have kind of played out in the past couple of years is it's really been maybe not so in the fall of last year, because last year in the fall it was really the Christopher Bell show until it wasn't, and when Joey Logano got on the right strategy. But the prior couple Vegas races really seemed to be 2-car battles at the front, battling out for the win at the end, and it's always one car chasing down another there in those closing laps. And another interesting statistic about Vegas is that I believe the winner of, I don't want to say the exact number because I don't want to get this wrong, but in recent history, the winner has come from the front row. So you don't necessarily have to qualify in the pole, but if you're on that front row, you've got a very, very good shot of winning. And so that qualifying is going to be massive on Saturday. That's going to be something to watch there Saturday morning. But yeah, so let's get into my, the drivers who I think are going to be in contention and the drivers who I think who I think will win this race. Let's just get in my race winner. I'm going for it. I think he's going to win his 4th straight. I'm going with Christopher Bell. I just think more times than not in recent memory, he's put himself in contention to win this race and arguably should have won this race. So I'm going with Christopher Bell, win 4 straight. I think it's going to happen. And I think Like I've mentioned in my past couple videos, I picked Christopher Bell to win at least 5 Cup races en route to winning the championship this year, and things are just going so well for that prediction. It's not even funny. So I do think even if Bell doesn't win, he'll be in the top 5 contending for the win, but I'm going with Christopher Bell to win. As far as cars to watch, obviously Kyle Larson. We all know how good Larson is at Vegas. Tyler Reddick, another guy who tends to be pretty good on these 1.5 speedways, was very close to winning in the spring of last year when he was kind of similarly to Bell in 2023, right up there, right on the bumper of Kyle Larson as they cross the finish line there. So Tyler Reddick, certainly one to watch, returning to Vegas for the first time since flipping there last fall. Not a track you usually see flips at, so that was pretty interesting. Obviously, that was more so due to how that front stretch with the grass and the pavements kind of laid out. He just kind of got jammed in there, and it just turned him over. But yeah, I expect Tyler Reddick to very much be in contention. I think those will be the top 3 cars: Reddick, Larson, and Bell. I'm pretty confident in that. Some other cars I think definitely will be in contention. Ross Chastain, he's shown an ability to win at this track several different times, or maybe not win, but definitely be in contention. I think back to the fall of 22 when Logano beat him en route to winning the championship that year. Had he not gotten on the wrong end of the tire strategy there with that caution, Ross Chastain probably would have won that race. So pretty not, I guess, just interesting to think about. Definitely going to be one to watch in Vegas this weekend. Chris Buescher, another one I think definitely has a shot to contend this weekend. His history at Vegas is a little spotty compared to the other intermediates where he's been a lot better, but still has a couple top 10s here. As far as that stat about qualifying inside the front row, he has not been the best qualifier at Vegas, so that could be something that affects him, but I certainly expect him to run well. And he's been sneaky. He's ran sneaky well the past couple weeks, finishing, I think he has 3 top 10s so far this season. So definitely one to watch there. And then Joey Logano, always one to watch at Vegas, even if he's maybe not one of the drivers we're talking about in the media as frequently right now, but Joey Logano shown an ability to not only win this race several times, but has been able to put himself on the pole or in the front row several different times. So definitely keep an eye on Joey Logano. Another one to keep in mind maybe is Kyle Busch, just given how well he's ran the past few weeks. I haven't looked too deeply into his history at Vegas, but we'll see how that plays out. He's been pretty all right on the intermediates. Not one of the guys you really think about at these intermediates, but it's always, whenever Kyle Busch goes home to Vegas, you always think about Kyle Busch. So keep an eye on him this weekend. So, but yeah, with that being said, I think Christopher Bell is going to get his 4th consecutive win this weekend, and I'm sticking to that. So yeah, we shall see. We might have some history to talk about after this race. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and take care, everybody. God bless.